All right, it is time to actually start working on our project now and bringing in the real content that we'll be using to build out everything. And so if you jump on over to your project files that we have the version 1 and the version 2 right here. We want to go into version 1. We'll eventually move on over into version 2. And there is the text that we have right here and the design. So what I'm going to do is actually go in the design, and we're going to be focused on the home page, though later we'll do the other one, but I'm just going to double click to open the home page so I can see what we're going to be building. I like having it as a visual reference that's opened, so we can see right there. I'm going to leave it off screen for now, but that's what we'll be doing. You don't have to rewrite all the text. As I mentioned in the earlier lesson, we do have the text available to us right here as well. And the text is markdown files. The markdown file you can open directly in VS Code. You could just drag this in. It won't add it to your project. It's just going to open it. Or if you wanted to, you could open it in a new window just so you could have them side by side, whatever you find easier. It is possible that if you double click on it, it's going to ask you what application you want to open your markdown file in. So you can just choose that you want to open that up in VS Code, and markdown is something you're going to see a lot of as you progress as a front-end developer. So that's why I decided to put markdown files in here instead of just text files. Like you might find. So yeah, I'm just going to drag mine up into VS Code and let go. And VS Code actually shows me this isn't in my root folder, right? So here I can see this is in my root. It's just showing me the index. Whereas if I go to this one, it's giving me the long path there because it's not actually part of it. And you can see I have all the content that's right here. So that's going to make my life a little bit easier to bring all of the content in. What I would not suggest you do though is just to take all of this, copy it, and then paste it in here. And the reason for that is when you have a lot of text like this, it can be hard to like find the beginning and the ending of lines, and it gets a little bit annoying. So what I'm actually going to suggest is you have the image off to the side here, just like this. And I'm going to hide it under my head a little bit, but you just keep the image off to the side. However, you want to get organized and have your VS Code right here. And inside the body, we want to come through and add in all of the elements that you know of so far. So don't worry about the images, but we know how to do all of the text that's in here. Don't worry about, if it's centered or bigger, or different colors or anything like that. We're just worried about the structure of our document right now and bringing in the elements that we know. So at the beginning, what I would do is an H1, and then I would go over to my home page and find my H1 text, copy it, and then I could paste that in. And then we can go on to another line. And down here, bring in the next one and move my way through it. And what I'm actually going to do is encourage you to do this right now instead of just watching me do it, and try and do it on your own. So hit pause now, go through and build all of it out. And then when you're done, hit play and see if I follow things in the same way you did. And if you have to make a few little adjustments along the way, but I'm sure you're gonna knock this out of the park on your first try. And I'm going to trust that you did pause and do it all on your own. So I'm going to look here, and so skipping past my image that I have, we can see this orange, what is bouldering. So as I said, we're creating the structure. So I'm actually going to do this as an H2. And I'm going to bring in all my tags and then bring in the text after. It tends to be how I work. So then here I can see I have 1, 2, and 3 paragraphs after one another. So we can do a paragraph, another paragraph, and another paragraph right there. And then we can come down, and if we look down, well, now I have another one that looks the same as that. And just, the organization and everything else here, to me, that makes sense that that would be an H2 as well. And then I have a paragraph that comes here. And then I have this boulder reason to get started. But I potentially see this as an H3 because we're saying why bouldering? So why would someone want to do it? And then we're giving a little bit of text or information, and then we're saying reasons to get started. So this definitely falls under why. And we're saying, and we're just now giving like a bulleted list. So I would come and actually do this one as an H3 right there. And then we have these bullet lists. And for now, I'm going to do these as paragraphs. We will have to change this a little bit later as a little bit of a spoiler, but we don't know how to do that yet. So we'll go in with what we actually know, where those can all be paragraphs. Then I have this next thing down here. That looks like a paragraph as well. And then I have this copyright information that's all the way at the bottom. So I will put that in its own paragraph all the way down there. And then all I need to do is go through and bring in all of my text now. And this is definitely like sometimes a little bit of the more boring part is just copying, pasting text back and forth, but it's not so bad. But it definitely makes it easier when you're doing multiple paragraphs to be able to grab something like this, come over here and then paste it. And then we can side scroll on over, and I'll show you a trick actually that I probably should have showed you earlier. But we'll copy this one And if the trick is, if you do this and you don't want to have to side scroll all the way back over, what you can do is you can come up to File, the menu. My menu is the hamburger right now, but that's just because we've shrunk things down. If I make that bigger, we get the file that comes up here. And I actually want to go to View. And then all the way at the bottom here, you can see Word Wrap. And you can see that's an Alt-Z. I'm guessing it's an Option-Z on Mac, though you can check if you are on a Mac, just look at what that shortcut is. This is another one that I would recommend that you use. And to show you what it does is it wraps the text. I generally don't like having my text wrapped unless I'm dealing with my text, because it makes it a lot harder to see like how my organization of my HTML is when I have Word Wrap on. But when I'm bringing in or trying to edit text, it makes life a lot easier. So we can go to there, paste that in, grab this one right here, paste that in, and you can see now I don't have to scroll back and forth. So it just makes my life a lot easier not having to scroll back and forth. And just keep on going, full body workout. So it takes a minute or two to bring all of our text in like this, but it's, as you can see, not that bad. And it's just part of the job is bringing in text and marking that text up with the right elements. And I think I put one too many, so we can get rid of that paragraph. That happens, no problem. And then we can grab this footer down there that we can bring into there. I'm going to do my file. We're going to go to Save or Control S. Again, do use the shortcuts. And then we'll shrink that down. We'll come look over here, hit refresh, and look at that. My website is coming together. We have a whole bunch of content in here. And I don't know about you, but I find this very exciting when we start seeing our websites come to life. Even if they don't look fantastic yet, that's completely fine. It's just pretty cool that we can just throw some code in the browser and it makes it work.